Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An escalation of threats between, I would say, Russia and Great Britain. And this is a threat that was made before by a lieutenant general in, I think it was 1991, 1992. And this guy's name, the lieutenant general that made this kind of threats, was Alexander Ivanovich Lebed. He stated at one point that being upset with Great Britain's influence and perceived by them interventions behind the scenes, they say Lebedev said that all that needs that island, Great Britain, whatever, England, and all is one bomb, and that would eradicate the whole island, would sink the island. Now we have another general, a Russian general again, making the same kind of threats uh, towards Great Britain. And let's see what's going on here. So this article comes from Metro from today, Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. This is the title. Britain will cease to exist if World War III happens, says Russian general. The UK will physically cease to exist if the latest standoff in Lithuania triggers a nuclear World War III, a retired Russian general claimed. Speaking on Russian state TV this week, another Lieutenant General, Evgeny Buzinsky, said that the West is playing with fire in blockading the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad in order to prevent sanctioned goods from reaching the territory via NATO state Lithuania. The military expert also lashed out at Britain General Sir Patrick Sanders, who took command of the British land forces this week and announced his arrival with a chilling message saying troops should be prepared to fight Russia and defend Europe. And I'm quoting, he doesn't understand that as a result of the Third World War, Britain will physically cease to exist, says Lieutenant Buzinsky. The island will vanish. So I've no idea when his descendants would leave. In a chest-beating message sent to troops his fourth day in charge of the armed forces, General Sanders said, I'm the first chief of the General Staff since 1941 to take command of the army in the shadow of a land war in Europe involving a continental power. Well, Mr. General Staff, I think you should be prepared. And I'm quoting, the scale of the enduring threat from Russia shows we've entered a new era of insecurity. Yeah, escalated by who? By whom? Nevertheless, let's go. It is my singular duty to make our arms as little and as effective as it can be. The time is now and the opportunity is ours to seize. Well, and there's a video available with Lieutenant General Evgeny Buzinsky, who claims Britain could be wiped off the map in the event of nuclear war with Russia, which I totally agree with that, and I don't think anybody has a different take on that. Or do you think there's going to be a different outcome? I do not think so. But nevertheless, in response, Lieutenant Buzinsky claimed alongside the war in Ukraine, the situation in Kaliningrad was deeply serious and urged President Vladimir Putin to move nuclear weapons to the enclave in order to protect Russian interests, possible in the future. Formerly, the Prussian, now they make the damage control here. They tell us what's wrong with Kaliningrad, which was a Prussian outpost that was given by Germany to Soviet Union after the Second World War, after they conquered it. And after the 1991, the Germans said, we don't have any territorial demands and problems with that. You can keep it. So Now it says here that this enclave is wedged between Lithuania and Poland and acts as the headquarters of the Kremlin Baltic Fleet. It is a long game to push us out from the Baltic Sea, an attempt to block and cut Kaliningrad off, and finally to take it away from us, he claimed. Lieutenant Buzinski, who served in senior positions in the Russian Defense Ministry, said the West intended to block Kaliningrad economically completely until our people howl from destitution. All right. So I'm not going to go to the ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4 whatever thing, but since the I don't even know if I should start again with the Minsk agreements, which would have possibly most likely that's why they were signed, by the Germans, French, the Lugansk and Donbass, whatever the territories that said, okay, we want out of Ukraine since you do this, but we would be still a part of Ukraine, but in an autonomous state. That was the whole thing with Minsk agreements. That would have been in the territory of Ukraine, those two territories. And nevertheless, with that started the whole thing, in my opinion. But the whole thing started actually with the overthrow of the democratically elected government in a legitimate government in Ukraine in 2014 when it was toppled in February 21st, 2014 by groups within Ukraine with the help of outside services and then immediately recognized by those, but not recognized by Russia. So nevertheless, the things get heated up over there. The thing is, I don't know what the Russians will actually do with Lithuania in this situation. I don't think it's going to be, or maybe not, I don't know, any armed, I don't know, move towards Lithuania. I mean, it's 2.5 million people in Lithuania, small country over there. It's even, you don't need like what you would need for Great Britain. You need maybe a quarter of a thing, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going, it's not, if things go bad in Kaliningrad, I foresee that Russians will do something and say, okay, now it's now or never. And I know you're losing in Ukraine, and you try to start different areas so you can all get involved in it. See what's going to happen. But maybe the Russians will just use some of those kind of weapons that they have plenty of, and use one and say, okay, this is one. And I don't think the West will. I think the West will paralyze, because I don't think they will, let's say, threaten their existence because of Lithuania or Ukraine. They don't think that way. Oh my God, yes, we all die for those countries. No, no, this is not going to happen. I mean, that's my assessment. Self-preservation, and not only that, these guys are just used as pawns. And they know it. The population doesn't. Some know it, but Ukraine is used to kneel Russia, get it back to 1991, 1999 time frame. And Poland and the Baltic states, especially Lithuania, were very, very verbal. And they might be slapped. I don't know how, but I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.